सत्य ही शिव है, शिव ही सुंदर है। जागो उठ कर देखो, जीवन जो तुजागर है। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम।
Good morning to all of our viewers in North America, and a very good evening to those of you that are watching us from India, and our humble greetings to everyone that has joined us to celebrate and pay tribute to the legendary musician Lata Mangeshkar ji in this very special event, Lata Di Ke Raag, brought to you by Sur Darbar. This is Swati Vasudevan, a technology executive by profession and a worshipper of art and music, and the co-founder of Sur Darbar, a non-profit organization based in Austin, Texas. Earlier this month, the world lost one of its most talented, extremely popular and celebrated musician, my absolute favorite since I was a child, Bharat Ratna, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan awardee Lata Mangeshkar ji, very fondly referred to by many as Lata Didi. On behalf of the Sur Darbar family and everyone that's joining us today, I offer my sincere prayers to the departed legend. Sur Darbar is honored and humbled to bring this program, Lata Di Ke Raag, as a celebration and tribute to the one and only Nightingale of India and the voice of the millennium, Lata Mangeshkar ji. For those of you that are watching us for the first time, Sur Darbar is a humble attempt, a non-profit volunteer organization aimed at promoting and exposing to the world Indian classical music. We have created a warm and welcoming platform for artists, teachers, students of music of all ages, both instruments and vocal. Our mission is to create a rich community for the artists, performers, music enthusiasts, and audiences to connect, interact, support, and promote each other's art. We began as a physical darbar in the southwest region of Austin, but with the pandemic upon us, we have been presenting all of our events through virtual channels. You may check out our past events on our YouTube channel at Sur Darbar. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sur Darbar so you can be notified of our future events. You can do a small part to promote Indian classical music by sharing our events with your friends and family through all of your social media platforms. As I mentioned, we are a non-profit organization run completely by volunteers, and if you like our programs and wish to donate to us, you may do so by going to PayPal, by PayPaling us at surdarbar.austin@gmail.com. For me and many others that are a part of this event today, and for several of you that are watching us, you can relate to the nostalgia that Lataji's songs brings. Along with that nostalgia, Sur Darbar also aims to highlight the classicism in the music she gave to the world. Several of her melodies are based on classical ragas, and in today's event, Lata Di Ke Raag, we have aimed at presenting to you some of those gems, and along with it, share some insights about classical music and classical ragas. Along with the melody and the technical aspects of the music, we hope to touch each of you in a very unique way through this program. Like many of you, I was devastated to hear about her passing. But as I decided to put together this event, it gave me an opportunity to overcome that grief and find a unique way to share with all of you what Lata Di meant to me, what her music meant to me, and a humble attempt to pay tribute and celebrate this legendary musician, this queen of melody. Each song, each melody is about a time, a phase in our life that we associate with a particular person, a particular incident, or a particular place. It's about those many episodes in our childhood, through our teenage years, or through our adult years of life. That moment in time when we experienced happiness, sorrow, grief, loneliness, sometimes depression, when we experienced love, when we were in love, when we were at war, when we were agitated, and the many blissful moments throughout our life. That nostalgia and that emotion is what we hope to stir up for you today through this event, Lata Di Ke Raag. I request you to please put away any distractions and join us to be transported down memory lane and experience a unique feeling of nostalgia like never before. Once again, I thank all of the participants that came together to bring this event to you, and we hope you will have something that will resonate with you. Sit back and enjoy. We will kick off the special tribute to Lataji with an award-winning Ragmala composition from the 1958 Hindi movie Suvarna Sundari. This movie was originally released in Telugu and Tamil, Sri Adi Narayan Rao composing all of its music. On Lataji's suggestion, the movie and the song lyrics were remade in 1958 and Lataji provided voice for most of the tracks. Lata Mangeshkar ji and Mohammad Rafi Saab won an award for the song that you will listen to today, Kuhu Kuhu Bole Koyaliya. This song is composed in 4 rags. The antra is in Sohini, which is also Hamsanandi in Carnatic. The stanzas are in Bahar, Jaunpuri, Sohini, and the last one in Rag Yaman. A very difficult composition, this one is attempted by singers in competitions and major music events when they want to exhibit their prowess. Today, Nandita Velutakal will be presenting Kuhu Kuhu Bole Koyaliya, a Rag Mala composition comprised of rags Sohini, Bahar, Jaunpuri, and Yaman.
Hi, my name is Nandita Velutakal and I'm from Rochester Hills, Michigan. I'm learning Carnatic vocal and violin under the guidance of Srimati Jayashree Gurumurthy. I'm delighted to be a part of this event organized by Sur Darbar to celebrate the musical life of Lata Mangeshkar ji. I've been listening to Lata Mangeshkar ji's songs ever since I was a child. Her songs are the best listening and learning experience for any aspiring singer. I once again thank Sur Darbar for giving me this wonderful opportunity to perform and pay my tributes to Lata Mangeshkar ji. Thank you.
ri sani dani sani 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 dani ni dani madana madana mada gari ga madani सज सिंगार ऋतु आई बसंती जैसे नार कोई हो रसवंती डाली डाली कलियों को तितलियां चूमे फूल फूल पंखड़ियां खोले अमृत घोले आ कुहू कुहू बोले कोयलियां बादरिया का श्याम श्याम मुख चूम लिया हो चोरी चोरी मन पंछी उड़े नैना जुड़े आ कुहू कुहू बोले कोयलियां कुहू कुहू बोले कोयलियां कुंज कुंज में भौरे डोले गुनगुन बोले आ कुहू कुहू बोले कोयलियां चंद्रिका देख छाई पिया चंद्रिका देख छाई चंदा से मिलके मन ही मन में मुस्काई छाई चंद्रिका देख छाई शरद सुहावन मधुमन भावन शरद सुहावन मधुमन भावन विरही जनों का सुख सरसावन विरही जनों का सुख सरसावन छाई छाई पूनम की घटा घूंघट हटा आ कुहू कुहू बोले कोयलियां सरस रात मन भाए प्रियतमा कमल कमल नि मिले सरस रात मन भाए प्रियतमा कमल कमल नि मिले तरस रात मन भाए किरण हार दमके जल में चांद चमके मन सानंद आनंद डोले मन सानंद आनंद डोले रि ग म ध नि सा सनि सा ग रि ग स रि नि सा ध नि म ध नि सा नि रि नि रि ध नि ध नि म ध म ध ग म ध नि सा ग म ध नि सा ध नि सा
That was a beautiful rendition by Nandita of a very tough composition. You can tell how much Lataji has been a part of Nandita's upbringing, given that both her parents are very talented musicians. Nandita, thank you for the wonderful tribute to Lata Mangeshkar ji. Coming up next is a classic from the movie Lekin, which won Lata Mangeshkar ji the National Filmfare Award in 1991. The music was composed by Pandit Hridayanath Mangeshkar, and you will see how the music is inspired by Rajasthani folk tunes and grounded in a classic rag. The song is based on rag Vihangini. Vihangini is approximate to Deshkar and Bhupali. Lataji has been a guru for many a listener, and many of us try to replicate the intricate nuances and emotions in her voice. Our next performer, Bharti Kondur from Austin, is an ardent fan of Lataji, and she will be presenting for us this classic composition, Suniyo Ji, from the movie Lekin, which is set in rag Vihangini.
Namaste, my name is Bharti Kundur. I'm a physician here in Austin, Texas. I take this opportunity really to thank Sur Darbar for giving us this opportunity to present a humble tribute to a legend like Lata Mangeshkar ji. Although I'm not formally trained, I really consider her as my Mansik Guru. Whatever little singing I do, the modulation, the emotion, everything I owe her. She is indeed a Ma Saraswati herself, and I really thank Sur Darbar, and I think they're doing a phenomenal work in encouraging local artists and also having these musical concerts, be it Carnatic, Hindustani, or non-classical, like film music. And this is a very humble tribute from my side to Lataji. Thank you.
ah
That is indeed a very complex composition. Although the orchestration is somewhat simple with the use of sitar, sarangi, and percussions. In these types of song, the singer has to carry the burden of ensuring a flawless rendering due to the lighter orchestration. And I think Bharti did full justice to this song. Did you know that Lataji was in her 60s when this song was released? And it is for this song that she also won a Filmfare Award. As I mentioned earlier, Lataji's songs touches many an emotion, and this next composition is a timeless romantic favorite. Naino Mein Badra Chaye from the 1966 movie Mera Saya is a breezy composition in Raag Bhimplasi by the legend composer Madan Mohanji. Most of his compositions are steeped in classical ragas. It is also believed that Lataji was Madan Mohanji's favorite, and she has sung many of his compositions throughout her career. Today, Sindhu Vasudevan of Austin, who is also the co-founder of Sur Darbar, will honor Lataji with this gem, Naino Mein Badra Chaye, from the movie Mera Saya. And this song is set in Raag Bhimplasi.
Hello everyone, my name is Sindhu Vasudevan and I'm the co-founder of Sur Darbar. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this wonderful tribute to Lataji today. Lataji's voice has filled every nook and corner of my house since I can basically remember. She was the first ever playback singer that I was introduced to as a child, and the first film song that I learned was of hers, Lag Ja Gale. Her voice has been like a warm hug since I was a kid, and even now when I'm away from home, her voice gives me a sense of home. I'm so incredibly grateful for her music and the legacy that she has left behind, and I'm so proud to present one of her evergreen compositions today, Naino Mein Badra Chaye. I hope you all can join me as we remember this wonderful legend.
नैनों में बदरा छाए, बिजली सी चमके हाय, ऐसी में बना मैं मोहे गरबा लगा ले, नैनों में बदरा छाए। मदिरा में डूबी अखियाँ, चंचल है दोनों सखियाँ, चलते रहेंगे तो है पलकों की प्यारी पखियाँ, शर्मा के देंगे तो है मदिरा के प्याले, नैनों में बदरा चाहिए। गरबा लगाने नैनों में बदरा छाए।
I'm sure Sindhu's rendition of that Bhimplasi composition has filled the air with sweet romance. Let's continue to keep that romance in the air as we move on to this next haunting melody of composer R.D. Burman in Raag Shivaranjani from the movie Mehbooba that released in 1976. Raag Shivaranjani is a favorite among many film music composers across India and is used to express different emotions, haunting romanticism, sometimes melancholy, sometimes separation, and many a time love. There are numerous songs in different languages that are set in Shivaranjani. There are two versions of the song. The male version was sung by Kishorda and the female version by Lataji. An interesting story goes this way. When R.D. Burman approached Kishore Kumar to sing the song, he humorously remarked, "Raag ki to aisi taisi, mujhse nahi hoga." Roughly translating to, "I don't know about what raag it is. I don't think I can sing the song." According to R.D. Burman ji, Kishorda was a gifted singer and could memorize any song and sing it. But the maestro found this song particularly difficult for rendition and suggested to listen to Lata Mangeshkar ji's version first. It is believed that he listened to Lataji's version for several days before he felt comfortable and ready to record the song. The very talented Nishant Udupa of Austin has taken up the challenge of presenting Mere Naina Savan Bado in Raag Shivaranjani.
Namaskar, my name is Nishant Udupa from Austin, Texas, and I'm a disciple of Guru Srimati Prarthana Sai Narasimhan. I would like to thank Sur Darbar for this opportunity to honor the great Lataji in this Lata Di Ke Raag event. And honestly, there's no words to describe Lata Di's impact on the Indian music industry. Her classical knowledge and the way she incorporates that into all her music is something that's unmatched, and it's something that I take great inspiration from. We miss you, Lata Di. I hope you guys will enjoy my rendition of one of her beautiful songs. फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, मेरे नैना सावन भादो, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा। ए दिल दीवाने, खेल है क्या जाने, दर्द भरा ये गीत कहाँ से इन होठों पे आए, दूर कहीं ले जाए, भूल गया क्या भूल के भी है मुझको याद जरा
पुरानी है, एक कहानी है। अब सोचूं तुम्हें याद नहीं है, अब सोचूं नहीं भूले वो सावन के झूले। रुत आए रुत जाए देकर झूठा एक दिलासा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा। बरसों बीत गए, हमको मिले बिछड़े, बिजुरी बनकर गगन पे चमकी, बीते समय की रेखा। संग आँख मिचोली खेले, आशा और निराशा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा। मेरे नैना सावन भादो, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा।
Okay, I have a quiz question for all of you. If I asked you to guess the name of the composer that Lataji performed most of her songs for, what would your answer be? In other words, which composer did Lataji perform most number of songs during her career? I might have given away part of the answer. So if you have any guesses, please put it on the chat so others can see. So we just listened to Mere Naina Savan Bado in Raag Shivaranjani, and it is such a classic Raag that it is sure to convey the emotion envisioned by the composer. And I don't know about you, but I was blown away by Nishan's voice and execution of this piece. Thank you, Nishan. It is indeed heartwarming to see the young millennials be inspired by Lataji's music and that they have made her songs a part of their repertoire. Lataji is one of the few musicians that has made an impact over 3 or 4 generations, and we are truly blessed to experience her music in our lifetime. Did you all guess which composer Lataji worked with the most? Let's see. The answer is, actually there's quite a tie on this one between Madan Mohanji and R.D. Burman Saab. So here we have another composition of R.D. Burman Saab. This is from the year 1982 or from the movie Bemisal. This composition is set in Mian Malhar, a very pleasing Hindustani rag. Our next performer, Stuti Sanket, also has a voice very similar to Lata Mangeshkar ji. Close your eyes and you're sure to be transported to the 80s. Please enjoy Airy Pavan in Rag Mian Malhar, presented by Stuti Sanket.
Hi, my name is Stuti Sanket and I'm from San Jose, California. I'm very excited to be a part of Sur Darbar's tribute to Lataji. Sur Darbar has been a great platform for all kinds of amazing musical talent. Like many of you here, I have grown up listening to Lataji's songs, and it has had a great influence in the way I have shaped up as a singer today. When I started preparing for this event, there were so many songs and options to choose from, the various beautiful ragas that Lataji has sung in. But of course, we had to only pick one. And so here's one for you guys. And I'm really looking forward to listening to all the other amazing talent out there today. Thank you.
ढूंढे कैसे तेरा मन चलते चलते तेरी पवन ढूंढे
So, what did you think? Please share your thoughts and comments in the chat. As you listen to this composition, I'm sure many other songs in that rag would have come to mind. If you know of other songs in that same rag, please share those in the chat as well. Lataji's career that spanned for several decades, and she lent her voice for over 30,000 songs and held records in the Guinness Book of World Records multiple times in history. The next piece that we will be listening to is from the 1960 epic historical drama film Mughal-e-Azam. This movie has a total of 12 songs. Almost all are based on classical rags and considered one of the finest of Bollywood's cinematic history. Sur Darbar is thrilled to have so many talented musicians that have joined us today to be a part of the celebration event. We will now have Lakshmi Hariharan from Dallas, Texas present Mohe Pangat Mein Nandalal, which is set in Rag Gara. This is a rag used in many Hindi songs of the 50s and 60s. As you listen to this next song, I'm sure several others will come to mind also. Please share them in the comments if you know any other song in Rag Gara. Enjoy Mohe Pangat Mein Nandalal by Lakshmi Hariharan.
Namaste, I am Lakshmi Hariharan and I live in Dallas, Texas. I am very happy to be part of this event, Lata Di Ke Raag, organized by Sur Darbar. Sur Darbar has been in the forefront of promoting Carnatic music in the United States for many years. And I deeply appreciate their efforts for organizing this event to pay tribute to the great Bharat Ratna, Lata Mangeshkar ji. Lataji has been very, very inspirational for many, many generations of singers, and her songs have been omnipresent in my life as well, and I've been very deeply inspired by her style of singing. And I'm going to try and pay my tribute to Lataji through this song. Thank you all so much for listening, and thanks to Sur Darbar for giving me this opportunity.
I'm sure you would have been able to recollect and visualize many songs, especially used in classical dance sequences that are composed in Rag Gara. One that particularly comes to mind for me is Jab Jab Tumhe Bulaya from the movie Jahanara. Moving on, I want to call out that every performer that you're listening to today has a special connection to Lataji and her music. We have included a select few artists from outside of Texas to share with you some unique facets of Lataji's songs and the reach of her music and the heights it has taken some of these performing artists to. Next, we present to you another well-known and seasoned voice presenting to us Kal Nahi Paaye Jiya, which is set in Rag Darbari Kannada and Malkauns. This classical song with its vibrant music interludes is from the 1967 movie Choti Si Mulaqat, for which the music was composed by Shankar Jaikishan. The song was picturized with Vaijayanti Mala and over the years has been performed by musicians and dancers because of its classical excellence. I'm sure Kal Nahi Paaye Jiya will stir up some nostalgia for all of you from the 1960s.
Hi, I'm Chitra Sridhar and I'm from Troy, Michigan. I'm trained in Carnatic classical music and I perform professionally in film music shows all over the US in multiple Indian languages. I have worshipped Lataji since I was very little and not a day goes by without listening, practicing and learning from her innumerable collection of songs that are basically masterpieces. I'm delighted and honored to be a part of this event, Lata Di Ke Raag, brought to you by Sur Darbar to celebrate this great musical legend.
सोला श्रृंगार घड़ी में पंथ निहारूं घड़ी घड़ी में सुन सब जग रसिया मोरे पिया तुम बिन कर नहीं पाए जिया मोरे पिया आंगन जाओ अतारी जाओ आंगन जाओ अतारी जाओ सांझ भरे से आस लगाओ चलो जल्दी चले पिया मोरे पिया तुम बिन कर नहीं पाए जिया मोरे पिया झन 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 पायलिया झनके झन 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 पायलिया झनके रुत है मिलन की दिन है मिलन के दुख पावन बसिया मोरे पिया तुम बिन कर नहीं पाए जिया मोरे पिया तुम बिन कर नहीं पाए जिया मोरे पिया
I'm sure you all are mesmerized by those masterpiece classical numbers of the 60s and sure have your feet tapping by now. We will now fast forward to the 70s and listen to a breezy, popular, romantic melody from the movie Abhiman. Ab To Hai Tumse was composed by S.D. Burman in Raag Mand and will be presented to us today by Samhita Kumar of Dallas, Texas. This one is sure to bring back very nostalgic memories of the classic pair Amitabh Bachchan and Jai Baduri and the many melodies this movie gave to us. Sit back and enjoy Ab To Hai Tumse from the movie Abhiman.
Hi everyone, my name is Samhita Kumar and I'm from Dallas. I'm a disciple of Shri Chitranjan Gupta, Srimati Hemangi Bhagat Nene, and Dr. Vinay Pide. I'm really excited to be a part of the Lata Di Ke Raag event today to honor Lataji and her legacy. My grandmother is a big admirer of Lataji and used to play several of her songs for me as a child. So as I was growing up, I was always so fascinated by the intricacies in her singing. So thank you so much to Sur Darbar for this opportunity. I hope I've done justice to the song and I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
It is truly heartwarming to see the current generation pick up on some of these Lataji melodies. Thank you, Samhita. That was beautiful. I'm really excited to introduce this next song and singer to you. As I mentioned in my introduction earlier, this event was not what we had planned for February. But once we decided to put this tribute event for Lataji, many talented singers and several from right here in Austin fell into our orbit, and each one was ready to whip out one of Lataji's classical gems. We now have Prasun Kumar Alepalli from Austin, who will kick us into that romantic mode again. Prasun will be presenting Ehsaan Tera Hoga Mujh Par from the 1961 favorite movie Jangli. This is an evergreen classic composed by Shankar Jaikishan in Raag Kalyan, now more commonly referred to as Raag Yaman. Raag Kalyan or Raag Yaman is the basic and first rag taught to students of classical music and is so soothing and pleasing to the ear. This song was released in 1961, and even after 60 years, this song will touch a special chord for each of you. Close your eyes and get wrapped in a blanket of love with Ehsaan Tera Hoga Mujh Par.
Namaste, my name is Prasun Kumar Alepalli from Austin, Texas. I'm thankful to Sur Darbar for this wonderful opportunity to celebrate the legendary Lata Mangeshkar ji, whose timeless melodies we all grew up listening to.
एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर दिल चाहता है वो कहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर दिल चाहता है वो कहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर तुमने मुझको हंसना सिखाया ओ तुमने मुझको हंसना सिखाया रोने का होगे रो लेंगे अब रोने का होगे रो लेंगे आंसू का हमारे गम न करो वो बहते हैं तो बहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर चाहे बना दो चाहे मिटा दो चाहे बना दो चाहे मिटा दो मर भी गए तो देंगे दुआएं मर भी गए तो देंगे दुआएं उड़ उड़ के कहेगी खाक सनम ये दर्द मोहब्बत सहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो, एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर, दिल चाहता है वो कहने दो मुझे, तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे, पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो, एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर।
I'm sure several of you were humming away with that popular melody, Ehsaan Tera Hoga Mujh Par. My research into compositions and rags for this program led me to some content that states that Lata Mangeshkar's rendition of this song is more of Shuddh Kalyan, and I'm not the authority on Hindustani music, so I will leave it to the experts to decide. As many of you know, Lataji's brother Lata Mangeshkar was a music composer and several of his songs became very popular. In 1969, Hridaynathji came up with an album of Meera bhajans, and Lataji is said to have rendered most of those songs in that album. We are thrilled to include in our tribute event a very popular Meera bhajan of Lataji, Savaro Nanda Nandana. Set to tune in Rag Gurjari Todi, a composition of Hridaynath Mangeshkar ji, Asha Sashikumar from Austin will be presenting this beautiful bhajan for us today.
Hi, my name is Asha Sashikumar. I have been in Austin for around 5 years now. I'm currently training under Srimati Ashwini Gore Deshpande. I'm extremely delighted to be part of this event, Lata Di Ke Raag, a celebration event presented to you by Sur Darbar. Lataji, she was an institution all by herself. I very vividly remember the very first song of hers that I listened to. That was Vande Mataram from the 1952 movie Anand Mat. We had to sing that as part of our school's group patriotic music competition. And I was just mind blown by just that one song of hers. Be it her vocal range, be it her divine voice, or her ease with which she handled intricate details, or even the way she instilled patriotic fervor through her song. I was in total awe of her singing. As I explored more and more songs of hers, I became a really big fan of her versatility and the way with which she handled different emotions through her songs. I feel extremely lucky to be part of this event and that I'm able to present a small tribute to her through this opportunity. I'll be ever grateful to Sur Darbar for this. Thank you, Sur Darbar.
दिठ पड़िया माई सावरो सावरो नंद नंदन दिठ पड़िया माई डारिया सब लोक लाज सुध बुध बिसराई सावरो 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 नंद नंदन दिठ पड़िया माई सावरो सावरो नटवर प्रभु वेश धरया रूप जगलु भाई नटवर प्रभु वेश धरया रूप जगलु भाई गिरिधर प्रभु अंग अंग मीरा बलि जाई मीरा बलि जाई सावरो सावरो नंद नंदन दिठ पड़िया माई सावरो सावरो
As Asha rightly mentioned in the beginning, Lataji could bring out any emotion in her songs, and her bhajans were always dripping with divinity and devotion. Thank you, Asha, for picking this beautiful bhajan and reminding us of this unique facet of Lataji's songs. A tribute to Lataji would not be complete without this ever popular romantic gem of Madan Mohanji. Any guesses, folks? I'm sure every one of you would have hummed this tune at some point in your life. Madan Mohanji's composition, Aapki Nazaron ne Samjha, Pyar ke Kabil Hame, set in Raag Adana, is from the 1962 movie Unpad. Lataji has sung many songs in this Raag, but this one is sure to make your heart sway in love. Malvika Prasad from Austin will be presenting for us this evergreen hit, Aapke Nazaron ne Samjha, Pyar ke Kabil Hame.
Namaste. My name is Malvika Prasad and I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm learning Hindustani classical vocal from my guru Ashwini Gore Deshpande. Firstly, I would like to thank Sur Darbar for this wonderful opportunity to be a part of the Lata Di Ke Raag event. It's such a beautiful way to pay tribute to such a legendary artist. I've always thought of Lataji as the queen of melodies. Even while preparing for this event, I heard the song over and over again, and each time I listened to it, I heard something different. I would either catch a new variation or a new way of playing with the rhythm. And Lataji makes it sound so effortless and so beautiful. And I'm so happy to be able to present one of my favorite songs of Lataji today. And I hope you enjoy.
आपकी नजरों ने समझा प्यार के काबिल मुझे दिल की ये धड़कन ठहर जा मिल गई मंजिल मुझे आपकी नजरों ने समझा जी हमें मंजूर है आपका ये फैसला जी हमें मंजूर है आपका ये फैसला कह रही है हर नजर बंदा पर शुक्रिया हंस के अपनी जिंदगी में कर लिया शामिल मुझे दिल की ये धड़कन ठहर जा मिल गई मंजिल मुझे परछाइयाँ पड़ गई दिल पर मेरी आपकी परछाइयाँ हर तरफ बजने लगी सैकड़ों शहनाइयाँ तो जहाँ की आज खुशियाँ हो गई हासिल मुझे आपकी नजरों ने समझा प्यार के काबिल मुझे दिल की है धड़कन ठहर जा मिल गई मंजिल मुझे आपकी नजरों ने समझा.
Malvika has such a mellifluous voice and rendered the classics so beautifully that I'm sure Lataji would be smiling from up there and enjoying each of these renditions. I seek her blessings of Ma Saraswati for each of one of us that is participating in today's tribute event and everyone that is joining us to celebrate the Nightingale of music, Lata Mangeshkar ji. As you all know, Lataji has sung in 26 languages, of which her Hindi and Marathi songs were most popular. We are very happy to present to you a well-known Marathi bhajan, Jeevanaat Hi Gadi Ashits Rahude, set in Raag Yaman. Sur Darbar is thrilled to present to you the former captain of UT Austin's Hum team, Ajay Thatte from Dallas, Texas. Ajay is currently pursuing his PhD at University of Pennsylvania, UPenn, and is an ardent fan of Lataji's music and was eager to be a part of this event. Please enjoy this divine Marathi bhajan presented to you by Ajay Thatte from Dallas, Texas.
जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे. प्रीतीच्या फुलावरी वसंत नाचू दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे. रंगविले मी मनात चित्र देखणे, रंगविले मी मनात चित्र देखणे. आवडले वेडीला स्वप्न खेळणे, स्वप्नातील चांदवा, स्वप्नातील चांदवा जीवास लाभू दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे. हळूच तुला बघण्याचा छंद आगळा, हळूच तुला बघण्याचा छंद आगळा. लज्जेचा त्या विणका, लज्जेचा त्या विणका अर्थ वेगळा. स्पर्शातून अंग अंग धुंद होऊ दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे. पाहू दे असेच तुला नित्य हासता, जाऊ दे असाच काळ शब्द झेलता. मिलनात प्रेम गीत धन्य होऊ दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे, जीवनात ही घडी अशीच राहू दे.
I don't know about you all. I was transported to a completely different world listening to Ajay. The devotion and melody in his voice truly elevated the mood of this event. Thank you, Ajay. There are some Bollywood movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s where each song had a compelling connection with the hero or the heroine. These songs became extremely popular and had a strong impact on the success of the movie. And every song played repeatedly on the radio for many, many years after. One such movie is from 1972, Amar Prem, which means immortal love. And the haunting melodies composed by R.D. Burman Saab for this movie have been permanently etched into the memory of the listeners. I also have to make a mention of the many lyricists of the yesteryears that composed very meaningful songs those days, and they have made each of these songs truly immortal. I can take a confident bet that everyone that's a fan of Lataji has hummed this particular song at least once. So let's listen to the very popular composition Raina Biti Jai, set in Raag Todi and Khamaj from the 1972 movie Amar Prem. Bini Panikar, an ardent worshipper of Lataji, will present this song for us today.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear viewers of Sur Darbar. My name is Bini Panikar. I live in Detroit, Michigan with my family. I started learning Carnatic music at a very young age from Sri Pudupalli Divagaran sir, and also had opportunity to learn from Dr. Srihal Sanjay Menon, also learning from Sri Idapalli Ajit Kumar. Also I'm here teaching a few kids and also giving concerts once in a while, light music programs and singing some albums, etc. I've attended a couple of programs by Sur Darbar, and they are doing such a tremendous job giving back to the musical community by promoting the art, the music, and young artists across the globe. Very it's such an amazing job they are doing. It's a well coordinated program all the time, well executed, and congratulations for that. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank Sur Darbar for giving me opportunity to sing for this in the memory of this legendary that one voice of India, our dear Nightingale, Lata Mangeshkar ji. Thank you. So that I also started listening to this beautiful voice of Lataji at very young age, as my dad used to bring a lot of cassettes. And the first song I think I learned to sing was Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And from then onwards, I think all of you, she has become, her voice has become part of my daily life. So I'm very much thankful again to Sur Darbar for inviting me to pay tribute to that great voice. Thank you everyone, thank you for listening, and thank you Sur Darbar once again.
रेना बीती जाए शाम न आए रेना बीती जाए शाम न आए निंदिया न आए निंदिया न आए रेना बीती जाए शाम न आए रेना बीती जाए शाम को भूला शाम का वादा शाम को भूला शाम का वादा संग देखे जागी राधा निंदिया न आए निंदिया न आए रेना बीती जाए शाम न आए रेना बीती जाए किस सोतन ने रोके डगरिया किस सोतन ने रोके डगरिया किस बेरन से लागी नजरिया निंदिया न आए निंदिया न
I'm confident almost all of you were humming along or singing along with Binny as she presented Rehna Biti Jai for us. Such a pleasing melody from over 50 years ago that still remains so evergreen in our minds. Each one of us has a rag that is absolutely dear to our hearts. For me, that rag is Madhuvanti. This rag truly does some magic within me, and given a chance, I would incorporate Madhuvanti into every of my events, every opportunity I get. Our next performer will be Shubhro Banerjee, a former resident of Austin. Shubhro and I were discussing which song he would pick for this event. We had a long list of raga-based songs to pick from, but when Madhuvanti was one of the choices, for sure all others fell off the list. So here we are. Without further ado, we present to you Rasme Ulfat from the 1973 movie Dil Ki Raahein. Rasme Ulfat is another emotion-filled gem of Madan Mohanji, and no rag could have done that better than Rag Madhuvanti. Rasme Ulfat will be presented by Shubhro Banerjee for all of you today.
Hi, this is Shubhro Banerjee from Toronto, Canada. I am currently a disciple of Guru Shishendu Mukherjee. I thank Sur Darbar for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this wonderful event for the one and only Lata Mangeshkar ji. Lataji has had a profound influence on my musical upbringing, and she continues to be one of my biggest musical inspirations. I constantly learn from her innumerable renditions, her unwavering dedication towards music is also something that inspires me a lot. So here's my humble tribute towards the one and only Lata Mangeshkar.
रस्मे उल्फत को निभाए तो निभाए कैसे रस्मे उल्फत को निभाए तो निभाए कैसे हर तरफ आग है दामन को बचाए कैसे हर तरफ आग है दामन को बचाए कैसे रस्मे उल्फत को निभाए दिल की राहों में उठाते हैं जो दुनिया वाले दिल की राहों में उठाते हैं जो दुनिया वाले कोई कह दे कि वो दीवार गिराए कैसे कोई कहते कि वो दीवार गिराए कैसे रस्मे उल्फत को निभाए तो निभाए कैसे रस्मे उल्फत को निभाए
I think Shubhro Banerjee deserves a huge round of applause for that soulful rendition of the Madhuvanti composition Rasme Ulfat, and also for incorporating the chords on guitar so beautifully. It has left me completely mesmerized. As we get closer to wrapping up this event, we are delighted to present to you one more favorite of Lataji's early years. This song, Aajare Pardesi, is from the movie Madhumati, which also was the best-selling Hindi film soundtrack in 1958. Salil Chowdhury, the music director for this movie, won his first Filmfare Award for Best Music Director. And of course, Lataji won a Filmfare Award for the song as well. And it was the first time that the Filmfare Award was given separately to a female singer and a male singer. Set in Raag Bhiplasi, this lilting melody will be presented by Sangeeta Mani from Austin.
Namaste. I'm Sangeeta Mani. I've been in Austin since 2016. I'm presently learning Carnatic music from Guru Srimati Sharada Karthik, who's in Dallas. I'm very happy to be a part of Sur Darbar's event for today, Lata Di Ke Raag. Thanks to the entire team and organization for always supporting and encouraging local musicians in Texas. Lata Mangeshkar ji. I grew up listening to several golden classics of hers. What amazes me is the way she brings out innumerable nuances in her songs with such an ease, and yet keeping the feel and mood of the song intact with her very mellifluous voice. I'm extremely humbled to be able to render a song today as a tribute to the Nightingale.
मैं तो कब से खड़ी सुबह ये अखियाँ थक गई पंख निहार आजा रे परदेसी मैं तो कब से खड़ी सुबह ये अखियाँ थक गई पंख निहार आजा रे परदेसी
I'm sure that evergreen classic from the movie Madhumati would have brought back many nostalgic memories for several of you from your school and college years. Thank you, Sangeeta, for that beautiful rendition of Aaja Re Pardesi. I think we have touched almost every mood, every emotion, tickled so many memories, and stirred up so many pieces of nostalgia, and hopefully learnt a thing or two about some classical rags. If I had the luxury of time, I wouldn't want to stop, but unfortunately we have to. So we will wrap up today's event with this masterpiece song that will keep ringing in your ears for the rest of the day. There are several patriotic songs that we relate to with Lataji's voice. For example, the old classic from 1952, Vande Mataram, from the movie Anand Mat. Another one is Sare Jahan Se Acha, and many, many more like these. One particular patriotic song that continues to stir up intense patriotism was written to commemorate the Indian soldiers who died during the Indo-Sino War. Ye Mere Watan Ke Logon. This song was not made for the movies and yet became immensely popular. Lata Mangeshkar ji performed it live on 26 January 1963 at the National Stadium in New Delhi, and it is said to have moved Nehruji and many others to tears. This intensely emotional patriotic song, Ye Mere Watan Ke Logon, will be presented to us today by Medha Ananthuni of Austin, and I'm sure it will stir up the same emotion for you like it did when Lataji sang this in 1963. If we were in an auditorium, I would request all of you to rise for this grand finale. I know we are not in a physical location, but may I please request each of you to please rise wherever you are to enjoy this final piece, Ye Mere Watan Ke Logon, presented by Medha Ananthuni.
My name is Medha Ananthuni. I am from Austin, Texas. I would like to thank Sur Darbar for giving me this wonderful opportunity to celebrate the life of the legendary Lata Mangeshkar ji. Lata ji has been such a huge inspiration for me. She has such a melodious and honey-soaked voice. She sings with so much clarity, precision, and immense bhav. I will always look up to her and her personality, and I will always have something to learn from her every time I listen to her.
शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों जरा आँख में भर लो जब तक थी सांस लड़े वो, फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दी, संगीन पे धर कर माथा, सो गए अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब देश में थी दिवाली, वो खेल रहे थे होली, जब हम बैठे थे घरों में, जब हम बैठे थे घरों में, वो झेल रहे थे गोली, थे धन्य जवाओं अपने, थी धन्य वो उनकी जवानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा, कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा, कोई गुरखा कोई मदरासी, कोई गुरखा कोई मदरासी, सरहद पर मरने वाला, सरहद पर मरने वाला, हर वीर था भारतवासी, जो खून गिरा पर्वत पर, वो खून था हिंदुस्तानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। थी खून से लथपथ काया, फिर भी बंदूक उठा के 10-10 को एक ने मारा, फिर गिर गए होश गवा के, जब अंत समय आया तो जब अंत समय आया तो कह गए कि अब मरते हैं, जब अंत समय आया तो कह गए कि अब मरते हैं, खुश रहना देश के प्यारों, खुश रहना देश के प्यारों, अब हम तो सफर करते हैं, अब हम तो सफर करते हैं, क्या लोग थे वो दीवानी, क्या लोग थे वो अभिमानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए कहीं ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जय हिंद, जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद, जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद। Thank you.
That rendition by Medha was truly soul-stirring and gave me goosebumps. Medha is a great example of the current generation that Lataji's music has touched. And like I mentioned before, Lataji is probably the only musician that has impacted multiple generations of people through her amazing music and career that spanned over 7 decades. Lataji has indeed sung in multiple languages, and we would have loved to share a flavor of her songs in different languages, but we were limited in today's session because we wanted to keep the focus on her songs that are based on classical rags. Sur Darbar is indeed delighted, honored and humbled to be able to bring this event to you today. It is unbelievable how many artists we have, how many talented singers we have amongst our community, and how many of them have worshipped Lataji and have imbibed and emulated every nuance of her music. Sur Darbar is grateful to each of these artists for coming forward and supporting this event and for joining us to celebrate and pay tribute to this queen of melody, Lata Mangeshkar, through this very special event, Lata Di Ke Raag. We have compiled a list of all of the participants and all of the classical ragas that were presented today. We have also compiled a list of the music composers and the lyricists who often go unnoticed. I request you to please take a moment to acknowledge these musicians that have given us such beautiful music. You will agree with me that a song makes the impact that it does because of the music composition, the lyrics involved, the singer's voice, and of course the emotion that they convey. And in film-based music, the storyline, the context, and the cast make a difference as well. And all of this has to come together for that song to stick with us. I'm sure many of the songs that were presented today have stood the test of time, and we sincerely hope it touched a special chord for each of you. If you liked our presentation today, I request you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sur Darbar so you can be notified of our future events. I also humbly request you to consider making a tax-deductible donation to our non-profit Sur Darbar. You may make your donations by going to PayPal and sending us a PayPal to surdarbar.austin@gmail.com. And this will enable us to continue to bring these good programs to you on a regular basis. I request you to please share this event with your friends and family through your social media platforms. Please help us spread the glorious legacy of Lataji's music. Lata Di Ke Raag is a humble effort brought to you by Sur Darbar, and we hope you liked it. Until next time, this is Swati Vasudevan, co-founder of Sur Darbar, signing off from Austin. May her music live on forever. May her glorious legacy live on forever. Om Shanti.
तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा। तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा। मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया। कभी मुझको याद करके जो बहेंगे तेरे आंसू। कभी मुझको याद करके जो बहेंगे तेरे आंसू तो वहीं पे रोक लेंगे उन्हें आके मेरे आंसू। तू जिधर का रुख करेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा। तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा। मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया